All right, what's up, my friends? We just finished the Historic Horizons previews, so now it's time for Innistrad Midnight Haunt previews. They just don't stop, folks. They just don't stop. But me, I can't stop either. I got to keep going. So we have 7 cards we're previewed today for Innistrad Midnight Haunt. The new set, it releases in late September. So it's going to be a while, honestly. It's going to be a while before the set comes out. And we'll just jump right into the cards. So we got first card here is Champion of the Perished. Get it? Do you get it? It's a pun. Of course, Champion of the Parish, number one drop in humans. Super, super good card. So I'll play in standards. He's playing modern. This is a zombie version of it, and it's going to be just as good as Champion of the Parish was, honestly. I mean, 1 black for a zombie, 1/1. Whenever a zombie comes into play, I put a counter on it. And honestly, zombies tend to swarm a little more than humans do, where you make like multiple zombie tokens, things like that. This is basically going to be probably the best zombie 1-drop ever printed, except for maybe Crypt Breaker. Honestly, this card gets to play in every format. Like, Modern. If there's a zombie deck in Modern, this card's probably in it. Will there be a zombie deck in Modern? Maybe not. But if there is, this card's in it. Historic. This card probably takes Historic zombies to playability with some of the cards from Historic Horizons also. And then Standard, there'll probably be enough zombies for a zombie deck. This card's super, super cool. Super simple. Honestly, probably goes in my cube. I have like a human and zombie sub-theme in the cube, and it fits pretty well, just like pretty easy. If you get 1 counter on this card, you're already like basically at rate, and if you get 2 counters on it, it's insane. It's very, very easy to do. Super hard, super cool card, like it a lot. Champion of the Perished is our first card. Next card up is Consider. A little bit of an upgrade here to Opt. Opt is obviously a playable card in multiple formats, and Consider is 1 blue for an instant. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card in your graveyard and draw 1. So it's literally just Opt, but instead of scrying, you Surveil. And Surveil is obviously much better than Scry is, because filling your graveyard is awesome. Oops, Arclight Phoenix, Bennett, Delirium, just fill in your graveyard for whatever else, whether you're delving or whatever it could possibly be. I think this card's playable in Modern. Opt has seen some play in Modern, and Consider is just better. Just a lot better. So this probably becomes maybe the best cantrip in Modern, honestly. This card might actually be better than Serum Visions if you're actively playing graveyard stuff. Although I guess the fact that Thought Scour still exists, Thought Scour is probably in a better space. It's more directly involved with the graveyard. But this card's very good. We'll see it in a lot of stuff. And I mean, if you're playing Op before, now you're playing Consider. Unless you're really, really concerned about dying to mill, but it's pretty unlikely. Pretty unlikely. Our next card is Infernal Grasp, and this card is a trap. 2 mana. Kill any creature, lose 2 life. This looks really good, right? Because there's always the Doomblade variant, and everyone has that feel bad of like, I have Doomblade, you have a black creature. I've got Heartless Act, you've got, whatever, a Walking Ballista. You get the idea. Cast Out, you have a Legend. And this card can kill anything. 2 life, though, is not nothing. This is the opposite of Lightning Helix. If your opponent is playing an aggressive deck, you do not want to lose 2 life when you kill their creature. That is as bad as Helix gaining 3 is good. It is really cool that it kills things. It's much more of an aggressive card than a control card, which is really cool, actually, because I think in aggro decks, this card's going to be awesome. So giving the aggro deck the better kill spells in the control deck is a great design choice, which I like a lot. And I think this card, we'll see, obviously, a good amount of play in Standard, but this is not just a Doomblade you play universally in lieu of other Doomblades. If you're playing a control deck, probably want Power Word Kill, probably want Heartless Act, or whatever else is available, because 2 life is a lot. But again, good design. I like it a lot. Super cool. Super cool. Up next is Join the Dance. A green and a white for a sorcery. It makes 2 human tokens and has Flashback 5. So Flashback returns. Obviously one of the most beloved mechanics in Magic. First came out in Odyssey. We've seen it in like a dozen sets at this point. Flashback's awesome. Great mechanic. Super solid card, because like Raise the Alarm is like not really there, but like almost there. Obviously it is green and white. It's a little hard to cast. But overall, pretty cool card. Probably won't see playing Constructed unless there's like some serious go wide stuff. But super solid limited card. Flashback super cool. Just seeing Flashback on a card just feels great. So that's pretty nice. Moving on to our next card, we've got Play with Fire. Another upgrade here in the same vein as Opt. This is a strictly better Shock. And for the most part, it is just strictly better. There's no like real reason why it wouldn't be. It's just Shock. But if you shock a player, you scry 2. So simple as that. A little manipulation makes going upstairs or Shock a little better. I think Shock is usually a little bit below the bar for what they want in Standard, but obviously Bolt is well above the bar for what they want in Standard. So they always try and do like this Shock with upside, Wild Slash, Galvanic Blast. This feels like a pretty good spot to be, where it's a little better than shock, but not a lot better than shock, and it's still reasonable. And it helps to sort of mitigate the problem of lightning bolt's great because you can go upstairs, it feels awesome. When you shock your opponent, it feels bad. It's just like, I have this removal spell, they don't have any creatures, I gotta use it, take 2. So adding a scry, it makes it feel good. Love the design of this card too, actually. This card's pretty awesome, so like it a lot, big upgrade. Card number 6 of 7 is Triscodecophile. And of course, you remember the card Triscodecophobia. That is the fear of a number 13. Ooh, spooky. You know, it's Innistrad. It's all about being spooky. So this one is Triscodecophile. It's a 1/3 for 2 with 4 mana draw card. If you know me, if you followed my career at all, you know I freaking love cards like this. In all my control decks, I would board into a creature like this. Azure Mage, Fathom Feeder, Spectral Sailor, whatever the Eldrazi 1-drop one was. Just like Control Mirror, you board in this, you play it on turn 2, end step draw a card. It's awesome. But this one has the ability of no max hand size. Then it has the ability of, at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 13 cards in your hand, you win the game. That's mostly flavor text. Maybe you're playing Commander or some format where you have time to set up more, sure. But for the most part, that's flavor text. So for the most part, in Constructive, this is just going to be a 1/3 Azure Mage, which is actually probably better because it's harder to kill. But yeah, control decks haven't really been draw go like in this style for a few years, so probably won't see too much play, but I do love this kind of card for sure, and it's pretty cool. The fact that it's an upkeep trigger is very good also. It's not like that historical where it's just like 13 cards win the game. I like that a lot too. Good design so far. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with almost all of these designs. And the last card is a card that my chat said in chat, because that's where they talk sometimes because they're chatters, and they said, "Have you seen the new preview? It's called Wrenn And Seven." They weren't kidding. It was actually called Wrenn And Seven. I would have bet my entire life I was getting trolled. I would have bet everything. Everything I have. Just shoved it in the middle. You're all trying to troll me. There's no way the card's actually called Wrenn And Seven. But here it is. It's called Wrenn And Seven. I don't know what the story is of Wrenn And Six. Apparently, like, Wrenn has to, like, symbiotically merge with a tree or something. I'm sure your lore fans can tell me about it in chat. If you're watching on YouTube, tell me about it in YouTube. But whatever, lore stuff aside, we have a new Planeswalker. A little more expensive than Wrenn And Six is. Green 3 for a mono green Planeswalker. It has 4 abilities. So Jace the Mind Sculptor style. +1 is reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all land cards in your hand, rest in your graveyard. So you get the mulch. So +1 mulch, pretty cool. It's 0s to put any number of land cards in your hand on the battlefield tapped. That's pretty cool. -3 puts a Tree Folk token with reach and power and toughness equal number of lands you control. That's also pretty good. And then -8 is return all permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. Emblem with no maximum hand size. So the ultimate's okay. So this is mostly a card draw engine. It can put cards in the graveyard. It can draw you a lot of lands, put a lot of lands into play, and then make huge creatures. Yeah, I mean, this card's pretty cool. I mean, 5 mana is a lot for a Planeswalker for sure, and it doesn't affect the board except for making a Tree Folk. Although going to 6 and effectively drawing possibly 1 or 2 cards is pretty cool. Obviously, if it's going to be flashback cards in a set, putting cards in the graveyard is also awesome too. So this card's probably really good. I think that I've liked the design of Planeswalkers lately, where they really powered them down after War of Spark, and they've been slowly kind of getting them back to respectability now. This card seems good, but not broken. I like it, honestly. Making Tree Folks is good. Kind of similar to Morta Draken, or whatever it's called, the new set. the new set from 2 sets ago that came out 2 weeks ago, where it makes like one big creature, which can be vulnerable to bounce, things like that. Pretty cool. And again, just plussing and drawing multiple cards is great. Putting cards in the graveyard is great. Card's sweet. Card's sweet. So that's our preview so far. This is the first 7 cards from Innistrad Midnight Haunt. Again, it comes out in a few months. And Innistrad's a pretty beloved plane, I'm not going to lie. A lot of cool stuff on Innistrad. Both Innistrad sets or blocks are very well received. I'm looking forward to there being 2 of them because I'm missing kind of blocks, being able to flesh out the things. That's really cool too. I'm pretty pumped, honestly. Magic designs are pretty good for the last few sets. A little powered down, but it's the way it should be, I think. I'm Jim Davis. If you like the video, leave a comment. Want to like the stream, like, share, follow. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit all the buttons. Do all the things. Leave me a comment. Let me know what card you're most excited for. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good one.